Rapture means the taking away of the followers of Jesus from the world to be with him in heaven for celebration and rewards before his final return to the earth to rule the earth for 1,000 years. Be aware that the world is rounding up its wickedness because the Creator and the God of all creation is about taking over. Our generation is the last generation. Everything is ending at our time. Jesus is coming to meet us alive. Now, we have been hearing it from of old. Jesus is coming. Mockers will even say, they say, Jesus is coming. When is he going to come? Our own generation, that mockery will stop. Because it's happening in our time. This one, now just get ready for it because he will meet you alive. Jesus appeared to a lady in Ghana. The child was 10 years old then, I think about 4 years or so. He said, Lord, I have only one child. I need, can you give me another? Jesus laughed and said, this one child that you have will not grow and go to university and finish and come and be working for you before I come. Get ready for my coming. And this is just like that. Like I heard of a prophecy that said, a man prophesied it either in the 19th century or longer time before that. Let me say, maybe some of you have heard it, that there was going to be 7 popes. And the 8th pope will not die by old age, but shall hand over his government to another. And that the next person who shall be taken over shall be the one to hand over to the Antichrist. Did you hear about it? Yes, oh, you heard also? Yes, sir. Which means, and the man that is there now is already doing his business. So there are things that you cannot understand. And I'm hearing that there's another prophecy that came. The prophecy came in 1986 that says, a president is coming over America. His name shall be Trump. And this president shall be very rich. But the source of his riches is unclear. People will not know how. And that he was going to have a skyscraper in New York. And shall have a television city. And that this man will be diverse in his ways. When he comes over the presidency of America, he will be changing laws.
Now God says a president that I will bring into the White House. And they will say he is ungodly. He does not know God. Even as Jesus disguised himself for the great feast, so I have disguised this man's heart. And when he comes to the White House, not only shall he be mine, but he shall pray as a man that has never prayed in the White House. And God says they will say, how did this take place? Laws shall change. Young men and young women shall have access into the kingdom and with authority into politics and with authority into the industries that now have been controlled by darkness because of this man that shall rule for another 2 terms, for 2 terms. But there will be things that men shall question. Fear not, for he shall sit in that seat, and suddenly my spirit shall come upon him and baptize him.
You get it now? And that in the days of this trump, we should expect the heavenly trump. You heard about it? I'm talking about prophets. We cannot tell the source of this. But there's some things are working out. Some things are working out. But let's go on the ones we know. The ones that are authentic scripturally, we can open. But then we cannot despise authentic prophecy. Others we hear and keep it in one ear. It can assist us. But there are some spirit-inspired prophecies which God gives. Jesus manifested himself in Revelation. Now this is what he said. He said, I raised up President Trump for Americans. Trump is speaking to them like a donkey speaking with man's voice, warning the imam of evil, Balaam. So Trump is warning Americans of evil and speaking to them about Jesus.
You can do all you want, but you know, you still need help from the boss. We need help from the boss. That's what happened. We need help. Right? Yeah, we need help. It's all right to say it. Now, they'll criticize me for that. How dare he say that? He say that? No, I'll say it. I'll say it. I'll say it. Somebody said to me the other day, you're the most famous person in the world by far. I said, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. They said, yes, you are. I said, no. They said, who's more famous? I said, Jesus Christ. I'm not taking any chance. Gonna have an argument. Hey, I'm not having any arguments. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to take any chances. I'll give it, I guarantee. And let me look up and I'll say, and it's not even close.
I said to him, but the Americans are not listening. Right there when Trump was, the vision showed Trump addressing these people, and a mighty clock was standing by there. And the clock read 15 minutes to 12. Jesus said, this practical truth. Jesus said, see, Americans' time is 15 minutes to 12. That is not my time. So in the course of the talk, he raised up his clock. Both the hour and the minute hand were at 12. He said, this is my time for the rapture. I am tired with human beings. I've been walking among them for their salvation, but they're stubborn. They're stiff-necked. I'm just giving a little time for the rounding up of the few things that are waiting before me now. And what is remaining now is the second hand that is tickling. And when it reaches 6, that is 30 seconds, the trumpet will sound. Then he opened the cloud, and there were white horses. Seated upon them were saints and angels. And he said, they are already ready, waiting for this tickling to reach 30 seconds. You are in the last batch. You are in the last batch. Why am I saying this? The Lord is looking for revival. One of this holiness movement is the last revival that the world needs. After that, that's all. This revival shall not die. Jesus shall meet it alive. And many shall be going to heaven through the holiness movement.